When Volvo announced it was going with an all-4-cylinder engine lineup, it raised eyebrows. Then came word it was going electric. Well, the fruits of those labours are now on the road. This is the XC40 Recharge. At the heart of the Recharge is a 78 kilowatt-hour battery that delivers 359 kilometres of driving range on a full charge. While that may come to fruition in ideal conditions, in a cold climate the tester's range was typically showing around 260 kilometres. Yes, this is a downside with all electric cars. The battery does not like cold weather, and the fact it requires the heater and sundry other features working, all of which conspire to reduce the range. It takes 10 hours to charge the battery using a 220 volt level 2 charger. Forget the 110 option, as it takes about 40 hours to top off the battery. The good news is the right DC fast charger can pump 100 kilometers of range into the battery in just 10 minutes. The battery powers 2 electric motors, each producing 201 horsepower and 243 pound-feet of torque. The upshot is a net system output of 402 horsepower and, more importantly, 486 pound-feet of torque. Each electric motor drives an axle through a single-speed transmission to give the XC an all-wheel drive extension. As a package, it all works very nicely. There are 2 things you learn to love about this Recharge in a hurry. First of all that instant on torque sees it leap off the line and run to 100k in 4.9 seconds. Secondly, it has to do with the regen braking. This thing has a proper one-pedal drive. In the city, you hardly ever touch the brake pedal. Now, one-pedal drive is not for everybody, but if you like it, you'll love the Recharge. Now, there's no need to fret here because the driver can turn off the one-pedal drive. Doing this sees the XC40 drive like a normal crossover, although the sensation is it seems to lose some of its ability to harvest waste energy and return it to the battery. The suspension rides a fine line. It is comfortable in the city and it limits body roll to a handful of degrees when it's pushed down a twisty road. Yes, the mass at play is very obvious. In spite of driving both axles, the Recharge likes to understeer whenever it's pushed. That aside, the steering is quick and direct, and a toggle switch in the touchscreen makes it heavier. The firmer setting does bring better feedback. The 235/50 R19 front and 255/45 R19 rear tyres then deliver a ton of grip, which is a good thing. However, they also make the turning circle a very wide affair. Now, Volvo do like to do things a little differently, and this Recharge, well, it is no different. As long as you've got this key fob in your pocket, you simply walk up to the car, unlock it, seatbelt on, into drive, and away you go. No ignition key, no push button start. Now, when you get to where you're going, it's more of the same. You simply put it in park, get out, close the door and walk away. Now, I got into the habit of locking the vehicle to make sure it was in fact shut down. Now, this stuff is coming to a car near you very soon. It still feels very strange though. The cabin is well executed for the most part. While the front seats are amongst the best in the business, there are some peeves. The reconfigurable dash does not relay much information about the range left in the battery. Yes, there is a little percentage readout, but that's about it. This mandates using the infotainment screen if you want more detailed information. Trust me, when the battery drops below 40%, you do want more detailed info. Second, the new Android-based infotainment system is a mixed blessing. The Google Apps and Maps along with Google Play are the pluses. The negative is the fact it's just not as intuitive as the outgoing system. The fact it does not support Apple CarPlay at this point in time underscores the teething problems. Finally, there is plenty of space for the outboard riders. The central tunnel tends to get in the way of the middle rider. Likewise, there's lots of cargo space. It has 452 litres seats up and 1,328 litres when folded flat. The plus is the load floor is completely flat when the seats are folded down. You'll also find another 21 litres under the hood for the charger cables and the like. In spite of its foibles, this XC40 Recharge is a decent drive. It's got lots of comfort and it does everything you demand of a crossover. However, it has a valuable asset. It is a sleeper with a serious turn of speed.
launched in 1988, it was only found on TV. Not anymore. We have a robust website with the best auto journalists in the country. Our Facebook, where the only topic of conversation is cars, and where it's easy to win cool swag. YouTube, which boasts 30 years of archives at your fingertips, including complete episodes. Cool shirts, right? For the first time ever, we're selling them. Google Motoring TV Shop to get yours today.